Hello everyone. Let us look at the solution to the definition where we read a number from the user and display each of the digits separately. Now in the earlier video I have used a different method. This time we are going to work with the input as a number only. So first thing, we'll call the text box value and convert it into a number and then verify whether the conversion was done or not. Otherwise, we are going to do a little logic here. So the next thing that we do is convert the number which you already have into a integer and then verify if it is an integer number. And if it is a positive integer number, then we will do the extraction of each of the digits. Otherwise, we will throw an error. Now this thing is optional. If you don't want to check for the greater than 0, because anyways the sign is not important, so what you can do is you can remove this condition, and here for once you can use the math.absolute and convert the input, say B or C. That again is your choice, because B and C would be the same thing as this condition would have stand true. So you can use either B or C here, and you can convert this into a absolute value, that is a positive value basically, and you can store it in some variable, and then D can be used for the extraction of individual digits. Okay, so the main logic here. Now what we will do is we will create a while loop. Okay, and the number is there in B or C, whatever you want to take. So as long as the number is greater than 0, what I'm going to do is I'm going to extract one digit and display it. Now the order is not important. So I'm going to extract the last digit and then I'm going to display it. Now if you want to display the first digit first and the second digit next, a very simple alternative would be you reverse the string at this point. You can reverse the string. This is a straightforward solution I'm giving. So you can reverse the string and then you convert it into a number and go ahead and do the rest of the stuff. So that can be one of the solution. Yes, you'll have to find a workaround, because if the last digit is a 0 and if you convert it into a number, that will be stripped off. So that again you will have to take care. So let us extract. So I'm going to find the remainder, and whenever you want to find out the last digit, the best option would be to use the modulo 10, because modulo 10 extracts the last digit. Now once you're done with extracting the last digit, what you next need to do is strip it off the number. So to do that, you will have to subtract this remainder from the original number. So let's say B equals B minus remainder. So for example, let's say I have a number 1, 2, 3, 4. Now my remainder would be 4. If I remove it, subtract it from the original number, I would come to 1, 2, 3, 0. And now what I would do is I would divide this number by 10. Obviously, it would strip off the last 0. That is one way. The other method is that I would take this number and simply divide it by 10. So I would reach 123.4, and I will take the floor of this number. When you take the floor of the number, it basically strips out the fractional part because the number is positive. So I'm going to use the second method. So let us remove this statement and we can go with B equals. I'm going to apply the math.floor. So we will use the math.floor and divide the number by 10. Whatever is the division, you strip off the fractional part and store it as the new value in B. And finally, before we go to the next round, we would display the value of the remainder that we have extracted, which basically contains your last digit. So let me show you the output here. So if I enter a number like 1, 2, 3, 4, I'll get 4, 3, 2, 1 displayed. Now, if you want this to be reversed, then you have to actually go with a little reversal here, Or the second solution you may want to try and take it as a challenge is to use an array and store this inside an array and then display each of them individually. Or the third option you can try is you can create a string concatenation out of this, and then again you will apply the for loop for printing each of the positioned numbers, the indexed numbers. So these are the three options. You can go ahead and try the rest of them. But as far as displaying the digits separately, this would be the simplest solution, which I have used in a few of the earlier videos with a different application. So I'll catch you in the next video with a new definition.